Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, this is part 3 of my Morimoto HID headlight installation project on my 2013 Chevy Volt. Everything is wrapped up. I basically put everything together pretty confidently. Before firing up the system, I more or less put everything in its final place, and I did do a test run on it. Everything seems good so far. I have not I've only had the lamps on under battery power and not with the ice motor running or the actual high current battery. But here's what I ended up with. These are my grounds for the relay and the capacitor link right here. I ended up going ahead and actually used the cordless little grinder for my dog's toenails. Has a diamond wheel on it, and it was just easier than trying to get any other means of sanding the paint off the firewall there. And took a little patch of paint off there and mounted that up. Here is you can barely see them. Here is the relay assembly down under here. I tried to mount everything, the relay and the ballast and the igniters, with the plugs facing down for water infiltration reasons. So here's the igniter on the passenger side. Here's the ballast. I didn't really get the plugs pointed down. They're actually tilted a little bit the wrong direction, but space is at a super premium on this car. I routed the power or the ballast for the driver's side underneath here. It runs under here and comes out here. Kind of temporarily have the driver's side ballast stuck on with two-way tape right here. Haven't figured out a good solution yet to mount this. Other than that, it's a pretty clean installation. I'm still gonna do a little bit of zip tying. Here's the power supply line, runs behind the engine along the firewall. Here's a fuse, and it taps into a notched out a little notch here. It runs into the hot 80 amp jump start block. And yeah, that's it. Basically, I have a lot of the components going underneath of the airbox, and I hot glued some of them down and zip tied some stuff just to make it safely out of the way. You might be able to see this. I don't know if it'll focus on that. That's hot glue. That is the capacitor mounted underneath of this bracket that holds the tabs of the airbox. Hopefully that capacitor doesn't get too hot. It is in a pretty isolated space. It's not right next to the hot coolant or right next to the engine. It's kind of got its own airspace. So without further ado, there's all that. Fire this up. And these are 5500 Kelvin temp lamps. I would have bought 5000, but that was not an option through the retrofit source. They go from 4500 to 5500. So these are the 55s. They look pretty good. We'll see when it gets dark here. Initially, I like the light output. It doesn't look too blue. It does look a little on the bluish side, but I was kind of shooting for the high contrast without the blue. Theoretically, I think you lose about 200 lumens going from 45 to 55. 100, but we'll see what it looks like at night. I can tell right away that it's going to be a drastic improvement over stock. So thank you all for watching my project, and I will report back if you know, anything goes awry. As of right now, it looks like I have 0 flickering. Of course, I have a couple other scenarios to test that under, with the engine running and with the driving with the battery under the battery pack. So there you have it. All right, thanks, bye.